Hello, lovely viewers.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Not Just Tentacles, where I, Rachel, attempt to demystify anime and animation.
And I, Ruth, stay mystified about the anime, but I love me some animation. And what have we been watching this week, Rach?
We're going to be discussing the summer 2025 anime.
Ooh. Or, ooh.
Um,
We'll find out.
I would say it was a mixture, and if we're looking ever so slightly sweaty, it's because it is absolutely
Fucking hot.
Yes, sweltering in tentacle towers. Which actually doesn't sound great now I phrase it like that.
I'll sweat in your tentacle.
And you're probably wondering why the hell is she wearing her cardigan again? It's because I slopped a load of butter down myself earlier. And none of this is sounding good. This all
buttery.
This is all sounding a bit kind of our own-y. But never mind. We're going to be discussing the shows that we've watched recently. And I think we should start with Bad Girl.
Not to be confused with Bad Girls, the iconic prison drama of the 1990s.
I feel a little bit about talking about this because previously in the shows we're going to skip episode, which you can find on YouTube along with the rest of our back catalogue, I was quite positive about this show. I compared it with the other Yuri that I dropped, but unfortunately that good initial impression did not last. And I was actually going to be quite negative about this one, but then I did a little bit of reading up about it and thought, this is going to make me sound like an ignorant arse if I just go straight in sort of slagging it off. So I'll just give you a quick summary of the plot. So you have you.
You have me?
So she's called you, the main character. She has always been a law-abiding, good student up until now. But she has got a massive crush on Atori, who seems to be...
On Atori?
No. This just sounds worse and worse.
She fancies a conservative?
So she is the incredibly pretty redhead, so I can understand where she's coming from there, who seems to be a cross between a kind of class president stroke prefect stroke
president stroke prefect.
It's a weird title that makes her sound like she should be an aunt or something in The Handmaid's Tale, something like Public Order anyway. And it's basically her job to spot all the miscreants at their school and give them a telling off. So she has previously...
Really? That's actually somebody's job. Does she get paid for this, or is it school credit?
I think she uses it to flirt with the girls. Because she already noticed...
But that's like bullying, isn't it? Like, oh,
kinky bullying.
Running late.
Yeah, that's very much it. So already Yu's friend Susu, who is a bit of a gairu, has kind of dyed hair and a bit of attitude. So a gairu is a Japanese fashion subculture where it's a little bit...
Are we pronouncing that right?
Kardashian, I suppose. So you have kind of like lots of blingy jewelry, dye blonde hair, I don't know, Primarky type fashion.
The Kardashians do not shop at Primark.
Okay, maybe they don't. It was just the first thing I could think of. But anyhow, she first notices...
Primark, for those of you outside the United Kingdom, is basically our equivalent of Target.
While the Japanese equivalent of that is Uniqlo.
Except Uniqlo is actually good.
I love Uniqlo, so I was really disappointed when I heard somebody in The Devil as a Part-Timer describe it as being like cheap and crappy. But anyway, she notices Susu and admonishes her, which gives you what she thinks is the extraordinary idea of pretending to be a delinquent. So she appears at school the next day with dyed hair, clips in her ears, which are in fact off a some kind of board, so it's not real. It's not like real earrings. And she does actually have like a fake tattoo, which she notices Atori when she's like, I won't tell anyone. So you're like
spitting all over me and my computer.
Well, it's keeping you cool. So she's
it makes mess.
She's kind of abusing her authority there. So I liked this to start with. I thought it got off to a really good, positive, strong start. I thought it was funny. I liked the fact that you had a crush on Atori. This is going to sound so bad.
You had a crush on Atori.
Well, Susu is clearly in love with
Theresa May.
with you herself, but won't say anything about it. They've always had this kind of opposites attract best friendship type thing going on. And there's also a girl that looks suspiciously like you, who I think is some kind of streamer, which I reckon they're going to push as Zuzu's love interest if she gets too far with a Tory. So all of this was fine in the first episode. I mean, there was a bit of a weird joke about pup play that I thought, well, that's okay as long as they don't do it again. But then they did it again. And I was like, it wasn't even funny the first time and you're bringing it up again. And I also feel uncomfortable that they're talking about pup play when it comes to like teenage girls. And I thought, because I understand that Yuri...
Man, which would you rather have? Discussing for that age group. Pup play or bloody kids choking each other all the time?
I don't want to see any of it. That's the business. Because don't get me wrong, I get that teenagers are horny and everything, but it just felt inappropriate for the age demographic. I was thinking, who is this for? Is this meant to be for people of the age of the characters, or is this for kind of like dirty old pervs getting their rocks off? And this is why I did a bit of...
Well, I'm a dirty old perv, and that is not the kind of thing that would give me my rocks off.
I know, and I also felt that in the opening theme, it's nice when you've got the girls all kind of dancing together, but then there's a little bit too much flesh on display, considering how young the characters are too. So it all left me feeling a bit icky, because at least the characters in There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover, they look like they're older high school students, while these guys, with the exception of Atori herself, do look like they're younger. So that's just kind of like, I feel a bit yucky watching this. So I did a bit of background reading, and it turns out it is in fact a 4-panel manga. So this would be like making
Garfield.
an anime out of a strip cartoon. Exactly. And this explained a few things that had annoyed me about its format. Like, I just thought it was one gag after another, which makes sense because it's a comic strip. But the trouble with this kind of thing is it only works in a short format. Like, say, for instance, what's the one I really love? I Can't Understand What My Husband's Saying. So that was based on a 4-panel manga, but it only had like 3-minute episodes, which fit it perfectly. So you managed to get the jokes in, but also a little bit of extra. While this, it's basically stretching out a comic strip over 23 minutes, and it doesn't work.
Why?
There's just not enough material to sustain it. The characters aren't well developed enough to keep that up, and it just feels like every Yuri cliche you can possibly imagine, which I gather if it's in a comic strip, it's very possibly meant to be some kind of parody. But I just don't feel like this is good enough to make it stand out. And it doesn't help that it was released up against a very similar Yuri anyway. So possibly I could have been maybe less harsh on this if it hadn't come out at the same time as There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover. But it was a disappointment. I have to say, I looked forward to it. But when I watched it and just thought, you know what? Because I don't understand why we have to have these stories set in frigging schools all the time, especially if you can have people being kinky and exploring their sexuality. I mean, why can't it be with, I don't know, college students or, I don't know, office workers exploring their sexuality, or anybody?
Hang on, wait
a
minute. We're all that busy at the minute. Imagine office workers exploring their sexuality. Oh no. Now we're back on the kiss cam and the CEO and the head of HR again. Can't go away. We should have a meme of us just doing the whole. I mean, you'd never catch us listening to Coldplay.
I was about to say, they could at least listen to some sexy music.
Yeah, with us it would be Green Day.
I mean, look at the stars, see how they shine for you when you're cheating. No.
Do you remember? I mean, I prefer the Jodie Whittaker version. You know, look at the stars, see how they shine.
Oh no! So
it was all yellow.
I would give this an yeah.
Is that 2?
So articulate.
2.5.
I would give it a 2.5. So this is the thing that really bugs me.
You're sitting in a hole again.
There's no freaking way I'll be your lover if it wasn't for the sexual assault that is going to happen. Is actually a considerably better show, or at least the episode I saw was. This just feels like a cheap knockoff. But there you go. So, as you can see, I'm not going to be watching any Yuri this season. And I have decided that unless there is a hook.
She'll be making some other rope.
Well, that too. But also, unless there's a reason for it to be set in a school, like it's about teachers or something, I'm not going to be watching any more about school kids. I've aged out of that. I just want to see adult Yuri. So,
okay.
So yeah, okay.
Can I just ask you not to waft your hands around near the computer
know.
or to knock it, because
Right.
you're getting very passionate, and I left my umbrella at work, so...
Okay, so that's bad girl. We are now going to go on to Nyaight the Living Cat.
Nyaight the Living Cat. Okay, so this is the one
This
with...
is my favourite of the season. And a lot of people were very skeptical when it was first announced. They were just thinking, how would that possibly make a good TV show? And I tell you, it's freaking awesome.
Well, I've seen the opening titles and I love it.
It's heavy metal plus cats. I mean, how can you say no to that?
It just needs to add some beer and lesbianism, and that's got like everything in our viewing calendar.
Because the thing I love about this is I'm not actually a fan of zombie films, because zombies as a concept I've always
the exception being Shaun of the Dead.
I've simultaneously find them boring, but also they really wear me out, because it does remind you are just a collection of organs staggering around, and just the whole kind of whatever.
Meat.
I just the whole having to kill your friends as well if they get turned into zombies. That's always grossed me out.
So, Rach, if you get turned into a zombie, how do you want me to kill you?
I don't know, but like make a load of books land on me or something.
Well, looking at our
bookshelf avalanche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this, I just thought this was a work of genius. So in the Nyandemic, as it's called, if you get touched by a cat, you will turn into a cat. So it's a little bit, if I'm going to be really wanky for 2 seconds, it's almost slightly like that UNESCO play when everybody gets turned into a rhinoceros.
No, UNESCO.
UNESCO.
UNESCO is like United Nations something or other.
Okay, either way, like the play where you have rhinoceroses representing fascists, but these aren't meant to be representing fascists. These are cute little kitties.
Oh, I'm getting distracted by Rachel's feet. She's holding them with her toes splayed out like they're antlers.
Sorry. Right, so
okay, so and
to...
it's Nyaight, so it's like
precisely.
Okay.
And yeah, cats are the perfect predators because they're fast, they're very smart, they're flexible, they can get pretty much anywhere, and the fact that nobody's thought of this before is pretty amazing.
Well, hang on, if they'd made it in the UK or the USA, it would be some horrible anti-cat propaganda.
It, because there's so many people hate cats and I've no idea why. I don't know if it's a misogyny thing or what, whether they just relish being cruel, whether a cat is something that you can attack without just getting scratched as opposed to getting your face bitten off or whatever if it's a dog. So yeah, if it was in the UK or the US, you can imagine them kind of decapitating cats or setting them on fire and stuff. But the thing I love about this show is because Japan, it's a nation of cat lovers. They're like the most popular pet. There's something like, I don't know, something like 10 million cats in Japan. I've no idea what the exact figure is, but either way, there's a lot. And so this kicks off the story. It's set around a cat cafe. So you have...
Oh, God, do you remember that cat cafe we saw? Where was it?
Leeds? Yeah.
Where the cats were sort of like trawling around the window, like, you know, that scene in Sweet Charity where all the tired prostitutes are like, the manager worked in the giant.
Yeah, not wanting to be there. Well, these cats, until what happens, they're having a lovely time of it. So you have a mysterious man called Kanagi who just one day turns up in an alleyway. He has no memory of who he is or anything whatsoever. All he knows is that he has a absolutely freakish memory when it comes to cats, and he loves cats, but they don't like him for some reason. Or rather, it's not like they're hostile to him; they just don't really go near him. And because he ends up near the cat cafe, they're like, "Why didn't you come here and work here?" So he does. And it's run by Caro, the other main character, rather, it's run by her brother. And the day that the Nyandemic kicks off, they have a customer who suddenly turns into a cat. And as you can imagine, they're all freaking out. And it's been their survival ever since. So he, the brother, the owner of the cat cafe,
Well, like, do they shrink? What happens if you're in the middle of eating a human meal and you...
well, you just disappear into your clothes. Well, remember in The Witches when people turned into mice? It's like that, only instead of a mouse, you're a cat. So you then disappear and just run off. And it's unclear as of yet whether you're a cat with human intelligence or whether you are just a cat, because they don't stick around and see once her brother's transformed. So they are now running for their lives, but they both absolutely love cats. They spend much of the first episode angsting about the fact that they can't cuddle cats anymore or enjoy being with cats anymore. And there's a lovely moment where they're trying to get away from a bunch of cats in a car. And again, unlike a UK one, where we'd be like, oh, run them all over. One of the other characters.
I thought the cats were in the car.
No, one of the other characters, he basically somersaults and completely trashes the car just to kind of get away without hurting any cats. And he does actually say, at least none of the cats were hurt. And they managed to kind
No
of...
animals were harmed in the making of this.
Yeah, they managed to arm themselves so they're covered up. And in the meantime, they end up going to a supermarket and holding themselves in, which is only going to be temporary, as we see, because a lot of this is told in flashback. And for some bizarre reason, half of Queen seem to be there. So there's this guy that looks just like...
Wait. Half of British amazing band Queen.
So there's a guy that looks just like Freddie Mercury and another guy who looks kind of like Brian May. They're both there. And that's also where Caro meets a friend of hers from school, because I didn't realize that Caro was still at school at this point. And her little mate, Sutsumi, I think her name is, and they had a very kind of meet cute at school where she was kind of saving her from a bully, and she's got kind of like very sort of boy type hair, and the whole thing played like a meeting my girlfriend thing, and she's clearly very moved and trying to look after her. So I'm just thinking, oh, that's quite cute. So and you've also got the whole questions about who is Kanagi, because he does some really bizarre things. Like he's trying to keep the cats off. So he does this by doing what looks like ninja playing with cats. And the way he moves.
You know, nobody can see your hand.
He moves almost like a cat himself, which makes you wonder, is he patient zero? Did it all kick off because a cat turned into a person and then all these other people turned into cats? Is it him? But he's already had that thought out loud, so I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe that's a red herring, because it'd be a daft idea to announce this plot twist if that is the case. But I'm absolutely loving it. It's just because it's filling that kind of comedy horror gap that I've missed ever since.
I thought you were about to say a comedy horror hole.
Well, same, since Zom 100, because I absolutely adored that. And again, that never took itself too seriously. Like, the gore was always technicolor. You'll get, like, farting zombies. I mean, okay, people die, but there was still always a whole kind of fun factor about it. And that's what I feel about this. And the English dub is now available on Crunchyroll, so I don't even mind going back to rewatch it.
I'll watch it there, because I don't do
English
subtitles. Rather, I watch subtitles if I'm watching Mexican lesbians. I don't do it.
I love this show so much. I'm willing to rewatch it in English so you can experience it.
Thank you.
So I am going
to
give that. I mean, I haven't seen episode 3, so possibly it could all go after that.
No raspberries near the computer.
Yeah, okay. But as of now, I am giving it I'll give it a 4.5.
I knew you were going to give it a 4.5. You're not even writing notes, as anybody can see the reflection in your lenses will point out.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So Nyaight of the Living Cat, that can be found on Crunchyroll. Oh yeah, I didn't mention before, but I think I did in the last episode, Bad Girl is on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And okay,
speaking of Amazon Prime,
well, we're going to do that at the end.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
That's the end. So okay. And the last of the shows we're going to be talking about today is Sakamoto Days. So this is the second half of the first season. I don't know how to pronounce course. I'm not even going to try. So, so
The second wedge.
yeah, because
Or trunk.
it's a season of 22 episodes, I believe.
And this is episode 12 and 13 that we've watched.
Yes, that's right. So this is the Death Row arc. So to give you a potted summary, so Taro Sakamoto was the best hitman in the world.
Hang on, wait. Let me see if I can sum this up. Rachel will just think this is not a good idea. However, he used to be the best hitman ever. But then he fell in love. Fell in love with a girl who ran a convenience store. And now he's gone to fat. And he's like got a kid with her. And they're happy as Larry running a convenience store / bodega / corner shop, whatever you prefer to call it.
Sakamoto's, yeah.
Called Sakamoto's. See how much I remember.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you've got this villain called Slur, who doesn't really look like David Bowie. And he has released a load of death row inmates.
That's right.
To try and kill Sakamoto.
But it's mainly to distract the Order, but the Order are happily killing them, yeah.
But there's also this order of sort of like weird cross between monks and nuns and hitmen.
Of which Sakamoto was once a member.
Of which Sakamoto used to be a member. And they want him dead too. Why do they want him dead? Just because he's not with them anymore. Like, you left the band.
Although Nagamo, who's in the Order, is also his friend. He's the shapeshifter, and he's trying to keep him informed.
We've not seen him in these.
Yes, we have actually. We've seen him.
Did he shift the shape?
Yes, he did it in the episode 12. Yeah.
Okay, episode 12. Yeah, I got distracted by my brother Tech.
Yeah.
But not bad remembered for somebody with brain fog.
That was brilliant. Yeah, that was a very good, I thought.
Anyhow, he hangs out with a sort of like blonde curtain-haired shop boy who's got powers of his own, and a drunk maroon-haired lass that's involved in the Chinese triads.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to know.
She is the heiress, yeah.
There might be a bit of romantic tensione between them.
Shin and Lu?
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of sort of vary between that and kind of like brotherly, sisterly rivalry. But at the moment, we don't quite know.
It's the Benson and Stabler effect.
And there's a dude called Wu-Tang who was part of the triad that's in love with Lu.
Of the Wu-Tang clan.
And there's Hisuke, who is a sniper that's also friends with them. Yeah.
Is he gay? So
no. But either way, it's their assorted friends, enemies, etc. The death row inmates are basically trying to kill them, but not doing it too well. Like the Order are making mincemeat of them.
Okay, so you want to hear my version of this now?
Well, don't give away too much.
Okay, so there is a couple eating ramen. Okay, or it could be udon. Other types of noodle are available. Anyhow, there's a blonde guy who looks like...
I'm not entirely sure if Shishiba and Nosragi are a couple. They just always hang out.
Well, they're a couple as in they are two people.
They're partners.
There are two people that fuck.
Let's just say they're partners. That could cover any relationship.
We don't know that, but they're a couple eating at a table. That could be a couple of friends, a couple of colleagues, whatever. Okay, don't interrupt. Right.
Yeah.
So, silence from Rachel. This is golden. Anyhow, they're eating the ramen. He's saying, hey, slow down. Don't shove noodles into your face, because if you make mistakes, you're going to die. And she's like, don't worry, I'm not going to. I'm taking my time. And she goes off on her mission. So she's this sort of like weird, creepy voiced goth girl.
She looks like a haunted doll, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's sort of like if she was a human, she'd be played by the Japanese equivalent of Helena Bonham Carter. That sort of thing.
And she's much younger than that, yeah.
Yeah, much younger, but as she used to be.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, just don't kill my vibe. for this. You know, I'm newer to this summarization. Of course, I never remember names. So I always remember them as, guy who looks like Draco Malfoy and creepy Lolita Bride. So, creepy Lolita Bride, she gets into a fight with this sort of like blonde Hispanic Benson-looking woman
Called Dump. Yeah.
called.
I can't help it. That's what
So
she's
Dump
called.
is like having a poo in the UK.
I think it's because she keeps getting dumped, and that's why she kills people.
Well, I think that isn't that a spoiler. Anyhow, she is sort of like, with the curtainy hair, and she has a power that she has spikes. I shall now just call her spiky boobs, okay? Because they go out of her
like Madonna
arms,
and then some.
out of her chin, out of her middle, God knows where else. Any
Vagina dentata.
Oh God, no, be feeling horny. Yeah, she is. And the horns come out. So we come to a temple, and it starts with gothic Lolita Bride offering, making an offering to the gods, and Spiky Boobs turns up. They have a fight, trash the place, and you just know that death is nigh because you have a flashback to Spiky Boobs' childhood. Everything that she loved, you end up seeing it died. Now, it's either she's tried to hug it and the spikes have come out, or she's deliberately killed it.
I think the spikes were added later, like Wolverine, so I think she did kill these things, whether
so
deliberately
she
or
killed
not.
the cat, she
I
killed
know,
her best
so
mate,
I
she
don't
killed her
like her. She
boyfriend.
killed a cat.
Yeah.
See, even the people in Nyaight of the Living Cat don't kill
No,
her.
if it had been just like a power and she was just, I love you, Mr. Fluffles, and then suddenly, whang, the spikes came out.
Yeah, like the...
And you get cat kebab. I can understand.
Like Shigaraki in MHA when he accidentally...
Yeah, we've not got to that yet.
Well, you'll see that eventually. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I will skip that episode, perhaps.
No, you have to watch it. It's important. It's really important. And it's a dog anyway, so... I mean, yeah, we like dogs. It's not as
We
much
like
as
dogs
cats.
as well. We just much prefer cats.
Yeah.
And we would, if we had a house, we would have a cat. Maybe two. One each. One that, because we'll like poke up in the middle of the picture and just sit on the laptop.
Anyway, back on track.
Anyhow. So, they have a fight. And for 1 minute, you think they're touching hands, the two fighting lasses. But no, it is not a meet cute. It is indeed the prelude to the gothic Lolita girl finishing off the other with a circular saw. Nice.
And speaking of saws, the other assassin who was called Saw, he kind of got his ass handed to him, which I actually liked because he was very annoying and pretentious.
Meanwhile, back at the store.
Yeah, a different
by
store.
blonde curtains boy.
Yeah,
because Triad girl.
Because Shin had unlocked his powers. He can now apparently see into the future as well as read minds, while Lou has showed how crazy powerful she is when she's a mafia drunk, as it calls it.
It's a whole new level of drunk. Have you ever been mafia drunk, Rachel?
Once I drank so much, I threw up all over the ceiling at uni.
Well, I suppose the closest I've ever been to mafia drunk was taxi soiling charge drunk.
No, and I had to pay it.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any money on me.
So, would you say, as somebody who has only recently started watching this show, can you follow it?
Only because you explain who everybody is.
I mean, do you like it? Do you think it's good? Or are some things that could be improved? Or
I like the fact that when he talks, it's just his moustache going. I like that bit.
Because the
thing is, the 2 episodes of Sakamoto Days that I have watched have really little amounts of Sakamoto in it. Maybe I'd like it if there was more. I like Shin and Lou.
Yeah,
absolutely fine. I really don't like the villains. I didn't like Creepy Voice Girl. And yeah, the closest I got to an admirable villain, she hit a cat. So I'm like, nope.
So is it just that, I don't know, you don't even kind of love to hate them, you just find them boring or something?
I'm just like, who is this? It's villain of the week.
It
Do I
is a bit
care?
JoJo's when it comes to the villains.
What
Yeah.
do you mean, JoJo?
Just like throwing in some weird person for the
I've
sake
got a
of
dead
it.
foot.
Yeah,
Ah.
okay. Yeah. Right, are you feeling better now?
No, it's still dead. There we go.
I mean, I agree. I think maybe this wasn't the best point at which to introduce you to the series, but I didn't have enough time to rewatch it. Maybe we can go back and rewatch it.
It just needs more Sakamoto.
Because the whole point of putting him and Shin together is because he rarely speaks while Shin can always read his mind. And everybody else's, apart from his missus, because he's ordered him never to read her mind, so...
The best bit was the next week part with the watermelon.
Yeah, I do like the times when you see them at the store and it's just kind of like combining the coziness of the store with the weirdness. Like I remember at one point...
I'm still thinking open all hours with assassins.
Well, there was one point where there were all these assassins whose asses they kicked lined up outside the door, and the little girl was going out and giving them plasters. And they were like, oh, hi. So they all have a code of honor. They will only hurt Sakamoto. They won't kill the family and kids. And this is why they got the death row inmates in, because most of them are like, I'm not harming a child, or I'm not harming somebody who isn't part of this, while the death row inmates are like, whoa, we're just going to kill them anyway because we're psychos. So
What score for these 2 episodes so far? My personal score is 3. Even then it's great, doing well to get a 3.
I would give it a 3.5 because I know where it's going. I like the characters. I like the use of the characters. But as you say, there is way too much focus on the death row inmates.
Yeah, not enough days and not enough Sakamoto.
And even not enough for Slur and Kashima when you consider that they're the 2 main villains. I mean, we saw them like once, and obviously Kashima kind of piecing himself together after a part kind of, well, tore him apart. But still, it's just like, yeah. So, okay. Well, I'm hoping it will improve because when it's at its best, it's hilarious. But at the moment, it does feel like it's coasting and it's just fight.
Like, I admit it's not filling the hole left by My Hero Academia vigilantes.
No, you're right. I can understand because it wasn't just about the heroics. It was about the humor and the dynamic between the characters. And at the moment, we're seeing far more of Lu and Shin than of Sakamoto and his family.
All I'm getting is angst.
It's not even angst. It's just kind of like fighting.
Fighty angsty.
Okay, right. So that's that. And now we are on to some news because we previously mentioned Amazon Prime. Actually, before that...
Optimus Prime?
So, Helluva Boss, the next short is going to be on August the 2nd, which I'm hyped for because hey, it's like a belated birthday present for me. We've had a GIF of Blitz in what looks like either a done-up or new IMP van. So he's like driving with his feet while trying to shoot out of the window and reading something off presumably the case notes while Moxie is yelling at him. And then he drops the case notes out of the car window, well, out of the van window. So this is brilliant because it's Moxie.
Yay, we've got a Mox episode.
Because I feel like I haven't seen him in forever. And I know I've previously complained about the mission episodes, but if you get more Moxie or more Millie, then I'm fine with them.
No, you need Moxie and Millie.
Because one of the things that first drew me to Helluva Boss was his and Blitz's dynamic. And I feel like we haven't really had much of that in season 2.
Yeah.
It just kept separating them all off to do various different things.
Or was that just due to availability of the actors?
It could well be, yeah. And, okay, back to Amazon Prime. I mean, we all knew that Helluva was going to Amazon Prime anyway, but they've dropped a lovely new poster because something that has always pissed me off
is the lack of merch.
Well, not even the lack of merch. Have you seen the old poster of Helluva Boss? It's just, it gives a really misleading impression of what the show is about. So it had Stolas in his old design looming over them, looking like the villain and all creepy. You had Luna swearing at him, and because she's so much bigger than everybody else, looking like the main character. And yeah, you just had Blitz and Millie and Moxie all looking like afterthoughts. And I don't like it. While this new poster, it gives a far better impression of what the show is about. So you've got Blitz kind of flipping a finger. You've got Millie looking badass with an axe. So it looks like they're kind of tearing through the portal. And you've got Moxie kind of falling out like he's stumbling through the portal. Luna is kind of nonchalantly leaning against the wall. So it looks like they're in an alleyway in the human world. There's some posters for Fizz and Veronica. So even though they're not there in person, it's like, yeah, these are two major players in the drama. And best of all, you have Stolas kind of covering them with his cape. I mean, I don't think it's intentional.
Like a protective cape, or are we like Amadeus? Is there a reference to Amadeus where you've got the commendatory?
Oh, that's a good thought. So the full moon is above them, and Blitz is...
Oh yeah, that's sort of linked to Amadeus.
Is carrying his grimoire. So it's making it clear that one, Stolas is a main character, and two, because he's level with Blitz and their heads are practically touching, it's like, yeah, this is an important character. This show is about these two, and he's not a villain. And I just really liked it. It looks like a proper show. It looks like a real poster for a movie that you would watch.
If you'd been a student, you'd have had that poster on your wall.
Oh, I would have that poster on my wall now if we were allowed to have posters. Now, at the moment, I'm just having to settle for it being my lock screen. But I just looked at that and thought, yes. And this means that we're going to get far more Helluva Boss fans. So be nice. Don't be that dickhead that gatekeeps and goes, oh, we've got all these new people now or whatever. Just be like,
enjoy what you've got.
Yeah, exactly. If
some people are late to the party.
If new people love the show, then don't be supercilious. Don't be a dick. Just be happy that it's getting out there. I mean, I don't know how I feel about there being more sex or about things being uncensored. We'll just have to wait and see. And oh my God, hasn't it got dark while we've been filming, Liz?
That's because you've been rabbiting on, Rachel, in a nice way.
Is this going to be a thing that you just stick your tongue out and you're like, right, okay. Well, we're coming near to the 40-minute mark. So I do believe that, and I'm really sweaty as well.
Oh, yeah, sounds hot.
I do believe we should be wrapping it up sometime now.
Okay, so what's happening next? Is it us looking at this short on...
Yeah, we're going to be reviewing the short on August the 2nd.
And also, we've got news, haven't we? Ish.
Which is?
Well, we're moving.
Yeah, we are going to be okay, you do it.
Not moving house. So for years we have been on Spotify. Now Spotify was great to start off with, but then they changed the bloody algorithms and audience tastes changed. And so this is why we are here, albeit on our shaky setup, i.e. my laptop balanced on my knee.
Looking like the Blair Witch Project.
But we are here. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, we are here on YouTube just because podcasts are now visual. Over 50% of listeners of podcasts, podcast consumers in the US now prefer video content, and over half of our demographic, we do marketing, over half of our demographic is based in the US, so we're getting ahead of the curve, and we're not saying F you Spotify, it's just that we're leaving the old content on there, and new content will be found here. Yes, I know we're not media trained, but who cares? This is not AI slop. This is authentic.
Don't say slop.
Loppity.
I hate it. Yeah. It's a nothing burger of a word.
Oh, I hate the word nothing burger. This is turning into a lesbian version of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. So without further ado, from me and Rachel, love you guys.
Speak to you soon. Yeah, I love you guys and see you later. Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this show, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can also access our many, many episodes on Spotify. Bye.